What we do here is go back.
I'll be jamming out on some TeeLow on the way on the flight.
Hey, that's love, man. That's love.
Did you park in the covered parking? Is that what you did?
Yeah. It's the same price.
Is it?
Yeah. So I figured
$2 an hour?
$2 an hour.
What's $2 an hour?
Parking in the covered spot. You know, I'm bougie.
Bougie. Your brother's bougie. If you're out there and you're struggling, don't be scared to ask for help, man. These people are amazing out here. They'll help anybody they can. You know, if I would have never asked for help, I'd still be out there right now doing the same thing I was doing before, killing myself pretty much. You know? If I'd have never found, fuck heroin after dark, I probably wouldn't be here today. So if you're out there, just reach out, man. They'll help you. And I love everybody that's helped me along this way, and I appreciate it. And you ain't seen the last of Mr. Murphy. I'll be around. Lucky Charms ain't going nowhere.
Lucky Charms ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
What's up, TeeLow?
What's up, man?
James got a one-way ticket to the rest of his life today, brother.
Yes, sir.
It's all good, homie.
Yeah. I'm just trying to document it all, man.
Yeah.
Because,
We don't ever abandon our After Dark family, and that's why we set the show up. And
yeah.
we've all been friends before then, but at certain times it's one of us that's struggling, and if it's one of us struggling, we reach over, pick them up, and get them where they need to be. It could be me.
And that's why this is so great, because as far as I know, Murphy's the first one that the After Dark family kind of came together.
Yeah, very first one.
And like you're kind of setting the precedent here. I know there's a lot of pressure already, but
So we got Mike.
I'm gonna make y'all proud. Believe that.
James Murphy.
But
Team, bring it one day at a time, man.
one day at a time.
Powerful, man. I tell you, I'm still, like I said, I'm still high from that rally, man.
Yeah.
I think that rally helped me get through my detox really well.
That rally was all a dream, bro. It was an unbelievable dream that
And it came through really.
I had in my head. The day that Bailey Witzel died, and she was an 18-year-old drug court participant, Marion, and I was volunteering on the drug court. She was my friend's daughter, and I knew that if this jackass in Marion had some fentanyl-laced heroin, that other people were going to have it. I just started chasing heroin outbreaks around the state of Ohio, and I went to every city and every town and every community that there was a rash of heroin overdose deaths. I just kept chasing them and chasing them and chasing them and chasing them and chasing them until we got to the point of Ohio's National March Against Heroin. We did it, and we just got to keep moving forward all the way to Washington, D.C. and get the funding and the education and the resources here in Ohio so we're not the nation's capital again next year, bro.
Amen.
Ohio's my heart.
Well, you just got you another soldier on that. I'm definitely going to be involved, that's for sure. Like, pay it forward, man. I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of, get myself together. And I'm ready to join the team and do whatever I got to,
Man,
Amen.
I can't, we can.
That's exactly it. I was just speaking on that while you were in the restroom. Mike Pack alone, James Murphy alone, TeeLow alone, everybody alone. If we're left to our own devices, we can't do anything. There's strength in numbers. And the Warriors Project talks about the dry bones rising up. Ezekiel 17, 1 through 14. The army of the dry bones. These are the dry bones rising up. These are the people that are going to take back our communities. We're out here. If you guys are sick and struggling and sick and tired of being sick and tired, reach out. There's so many avenues out there right now. Like I said, the Warriors Project has a 800 number. It is 1-866-47-STOP-7. Somebody will answer that phone anytime. Find us on our page. The Fuck Heroin Foundation, they have a number. It's 419-971-KICK. You know, I'll even put my personal number out there, James Kane, 330-802-0415. Reach out. You are not alone. It is okay not to be okay, and there ain't nothing but love coming this way.
What we do here is go back.
He's got to go. They're calling his flight now to board.
Hey, this ain't Willy Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but Murphy got the golden ticket, baby.
Love y'all.
I'm so proud of you. Let me pray with you real quick. God, please put your head of security around this guy. Please give him safe travels. Please help him on this journey and continue to lighten his heart and lessen his burden. You know, this guy, he is a true soldier for you. He has taken that step to get the keys to the kingdom and help him, Lord. Be that person that you know who can be. Do your will. Use him as that vessel to spread that message, not the mess. And continue blessing this man with everything that he can get. In your name, Jesus, I pray. Amen.
All right, there he goes. It feels like I just sent my baby boy off to college, man. Full scholarship and everything.
Recovery don't cost
talking
money.
about
Recovery don't cost money. All it takes is a desire to get clean, and anybody can do it. And the greatest recovery comes from the most humbly beginnings. It takes a lot of courage in that moment of desperation when you're already there in recovery. You're part of the After Dark family. You're participating every night to say, hey, I need help. A lot of people can't do that. Murphy picked up that 500-pound phone. He walked in front of thousands of people, admitted that he needed help. He came, detoxed on his own cold turkey with family members around him at James's house, and we followed him all the way to the airport. We don't have to worry about him anymore, and now I'm going to get out there today and try to help somebody else. That's what I do.
That's the key. You know, that's the key, to help somebody else. You know, that's the best joy we get, by helping somebody else. You know, that is the greatest gift that we get back, to see them succeed, to see that smile on their face, to see that relief in their family's heart. I talked to Murphy's sister the other day, and there was just happy tears all over. You know, they willed him so long, wanting him to get there. They prayed on him. They prayed for him. And, you know, it wasn't until that addict is ready to get that help does it happen. You can reach out. There is help available. You know, you don't have to suffer it alone. With all the love, James Kane.
All right. We just took James Murphy, put him on his plane. He's gonna go to Fort Lauderdale, get some help, get some treatment. And we were just talking about it on the way out, man. It's not like we've known Murphy for a long time. James Kane I didn't meet him in person until March 1st. James Kane didn't meet him until the 15th. It is now March 29th or 30th. It's March 30th. So we haven't known Murphy for a long time, but when you approach people and you're open and you're honest and you hold no reserves and you're just willing to show somebody love and support off the rip, and it doesn't, like, length of time doesn't matter. You can give somebody love from the beginning and get that love reciprocated. I know that may sound foreign to some of you, because there's a lot of people who want to be guarded with their love. There's a lot of people who don't want to, or are not able to, because they're afraid. They have so much fear built up in them from, you know, getting hurt in the past, that their love comes with what's the word I'm looking for? stipulations. But I don't have that anymore. I try to live with a full heart, man. I just don't have that fear in my heart to love somebody that can't love themselves. And I think James Murphy is beginning to learn how to love himself. And I can't tell you how happy that makes me feel. So I have an incredible amount of love for James Cain and Marsha Cain. Those two wonderful individuals have done so much. Oh man, those two have done so much. They let Murphy detox on their couch, and you know they fed him. They man, took him to places, helped him out. And that's what it's all about. Giving, man. We can give. You know, there's no shame in helping somebody. There's none. All right, just have love, man. All right. I gotta go pay for this parking.
Okay, so New Beginnings
Yeah. Well,
is-
thank you so much.
is helping get addicts that transitional housing from detox to treatment. That's what their main goal is.
Yeah. What's up?
Man, you know what? We're so blessed, man. We got a lot of corporate sponsors stepping up, man, just throwing money at us.
That's beautiful.
Anything we can do, man, to further along. We've been looking at some buildings.
Downtown TeeLow.
We've been looking at some buildings, man, where we can do the whole damn thing, man. Detox. Love them where they're at. Safe house. You're there, you're there. I mean, we got to make a change right here in this area, bro. 21 deaths in 20 days. 231 overdoses in 20 days. Right here. This past week, this past month. 20 days. That is crazy, bro. So, yeah, I mean, we're about to do some good programming here in Akron, man. We got a lot of good support.
Hell yeah.
We got my brother, the Warriors Project.
Hell
we
yeah.
got an abundance of groups reaching out to us. I mean, I don't want to say the whole list over and over and over again. But I love every single one of you guys. So anything that we can do to make a difference in our communities, the whole state, man. People calling already this morning.
What's going on,
What's
TeeLow?
going on? How you doing? Oh man,
I'm doing good, brother.
What's that?
Ready for Quake of the Lake?
Quake at the Lake on the 21st. I will be there.
Hey, the lake about to be lit, bro.
You know it,
Mike
man.
DeWine's gonna be there.
Mike DeWine.
We got pony rides. We're gonna have pony rides down there.
Okay.
We're gonna have the little animals that you ride in the mall.
Yeah.
We're gonna have bounce houses, popcorn, free snow cones. We're gonna have free food, all the entertainment you can ever want.
All you had to tell me was free food.
Hey,
bro.
listen. Testimonials from people in long-term recovery.
Yeah.
What else can you ask for?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna be fun, man.
It's gonna be
You
lit.
know, Portsmouth, Ohio set the precedence on what every rally in Ohio and across America should be.
Yeah.
1,500 addicts in recovery. The community that's sick and tired of watching the addicts die came together in unity.
Yeah.
Politicians, performers, celebrities, recovery advocates, 12-step fellowships. You know, everybody together came and did this. It wasn't just one organization. Shout out to the promoters, Sarah G., Courtney Calvert,
Amen.
Andrea Chapman, Mike
Amen.
Beck.
So with that, please come down and support us. Please come down and support all of the organizations that are going to be setting up tables. We got them from all over the country. I mean, if you guys can bring down some scholarships to get these people here, some help, I mean, we're here, man. We'll get them there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to make a difference, man.
This audience built up. We're in FI Community Housing. Denny Wilson, one of my mentors, the guy that I inspire to be like. I met him several years ago in Chillicothe, Ohio. He was giving his testimony. Have kept contact throughout the last several years. He's made the most change in the state of Ohio, I believe personally. He could go anywhere in the world and work, but he chooses to stay right in the neighborhood where he grew up, and that's exactly how I am. And it's a miracle to know guys like this.
Actually, in this building, there's a bar that I used to drink in at 14. It's not a bar now, but yeah, it was a bar back then. So
This was?
well, downstairs.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Dude,
So it's
what better place to do it, man? You know, like, that's incredible.
Hey Higgy, we're with Denny Wilson. He wrote the largest portion of the recovery coach program for the state of Ohio up here in Akron, and he's going to talk about things that we're doing, things that he's planning on doing, and things that we're doing together and needs that his community needs. He could work anywhere in the world, but he chooses to stay right in the neighborhood that he grew up in. He avoids all publicity, and he's helped more people than anybody I've ever met in my life.
That's one of my mentors right
Yeah.
there.
Me too.
Right.
I have a dream. I love that speech. We're going to show you guys some of his awards.
That's what we're hoping to do with Dear America. Something similar to that.
It's amazing to know people like this. I'm glad that I was able to get clean and stay clean and find a new way to live.
All right, I got you.
All right, I'm here with my friend, the elder Denny Wilson. He's in recovery himself. He's been in recovery for years. I met him when he was giving his testimony to Chillicothe, Ohio. He lives right here in Akron, Ohio. We petitioned the governor together, trying to get help and resources here when there were, 176 doses in a week, Denny?
Over July 4th weekend, yeah, it was over almost 180 overdoses.
Yep. And you guys, you want to tell America about FI Community Housing, what you do, why you founded it?
Well, as a person in long-term recovery, one of the things that meant to me at that time was taking on the personal responsibility of helping as many other people avoid some of the things that I went through while I was in active addiction, and even pulling themselves out of some of those things. And over the last 22 years, as the founder of Mainstream Fellowship, which grew into FI Community Housing Association and is now FI Community Housing Inc., we've been able to just lead a lot of the initiatives around the state, develop some curriculums that have helped other people, go to other states, bring that curriculum back. Recovery coaching, it started right here in these walls at FI Community Housing when I traveled around the state following ODATA's staff at the time and begging them to bring this treatment model to Ohio that was working. People were getting the results that they wanted. And since then, we just blossomed. FI Community Housing is one of those organizations. We are Ohio's largest and oldest recovery community organization, which means that we just provide this full array of services and take all of the guesswork out of the individuals that we help with. And encapsulated in that is a lot of the referral and the direct services and the love and all the existential needs that anybody that's looking for help, once they raise their hand, is able to receive.
Now, it's rumored, I've heard around the state, that you certified and you wrote the largest portion of the Ohio Recovery Coach program. Have you certified over 600 coaches in that program or something like that, Denny?
To date, the actual count is 717 recovery coaches and peer supporters. There's a combination because there is a difference. Prior to the Ohio model being developed, which, yes, I was at the table with about 9 other peers and some other people from the mental health field and addictions field and coming together and developing this curriculum. And a large part of that was due to some of the input right here in Summit County through FI Community Housing. But it wasn't just me. Yep. There was a whole team of us. And, and shout out to, his name escapes me, but we contracted with him to come in from Michigan, came in, sat down, led the way, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since.
I know Attorney General Mike DeWine is a firm believer in the Recovery Coach program. If you have 2 years clean and sober in recovery, you can become a certified recovery coach in the state of Ohio, give back to people, work at a halfway house, treatment center, coach people that are in the drug court programs. I know Ohio has 91 drug court programs right now, and those are along the same lines of things that I do. How does somebody who has 2 years clean and sober, how do they become a recovery coach? Where do they get a hold of you guys? I know the answer. I just want you to say it so people know where they can go to become a certified recovery coach in the state of Ohio.
Well, we have to be very careful right now with that certified piece. Certification has its own definition, and the state is trying to work through that. But in order to receive a certificate right now, the state recognizes several different models to where you can become a Ohio peer supporter. And that process is very simple. You can contact the OMAS website and our Ohio Mental Health and Addiction Services /peer supporter, and it will walk you through that process. But what we do here at FI Community Housing is we're standing true on the McShin model, which John Shinholster developed out of Virginia. Wonderful man, huge advocate for recovery supports. He's one of my mentors. Shout out to John. And also Phil Valentine up in CCAR in Connecticut, which was the model that the state and our local ADM board actually sent myself and 2 other individuals to go back, learn, and bring to Ohio back in 2010. The process is really simple. If you are involved with peer support or recovery, or you're helping or working with the recovery community in any capacity right now, you can bypass, the 40-hour in-class programming or training and just really get into taking the test, the prerequisites that are on eBased Academy. Contact the state, ask for an ID to take the test, and then you have that certificate.
Well, see, it's that simple, guys. Don't ever let anybody hold you back. You can do this thing. You can work in the recovery field without a college education. I myself do it. But FI Community Housing, they do a lot more than help with certifications for recovery coaches, things like that. I know you've lobbied for legislation with Mike DeWine, Senator Portman, John Kasich. It is also rumored that you can help someone start their own halfway house and 501(c) organization. Have you ever started any halfway houses around the state of Ohio, Denny, or anywhere in America?
Right now, I currently mentor about 4 recovery housing programs throughout the state of Ohio. I've helped establish about 54 throughout the country, all the way from California to Michigan, Indiana, Florida, Texas, and Pennsylvania. But yeah, that's part of our curriculum. That's part of what we do. We have to be able to produce as many places for individuals once they have decided that they want to change their life, give them that opportunity and that access to those. So again, being a person in long-term recovery, it is a part of my responsibility to bring people in, show them, mentor them, raise them up. And I think we were sharing a little bit earlier how wonderful it is and refreshing that we have so many recovery advocates right now around the state of Ohio and around the country that are developing, people that have taken on the personal responsibility to say, hey, I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied, this has to end, and then doing the action behind making something happen for them.
Yeah.
So Mike, I can't tell you how overjoyed I am that
Love you, bro.
the work that you do, man, and the things that are coming out of your willingness just to give back.
Yeah, I follow people like Mama Dukes, you. I have my mentors and stuff that I aspire to be like. I think in recovery, a lot of us are copycats. That's why I never quote the books. The books aren't my information. That's the program's information. I try to share my experience, my strengths, and my hopes throughout my journey in recovery. And, it is a journey. It's not a destination. It never ends. And I never know where I'm going to end up at today. And it's just a miracle that I ended up here. Besides doing all that stuff, Denny's like me. Marion, Ohio is my heart. I do everything I can to bring resources back to my community. You guys have a clothing store. You have all kinds of programs. You give out hygienes. You do all kinds of things like that, right? Don't you, Denny?
I think that, once you have that recovery community impact, and that's solid, and that's a foundation, and you're moving in that area because that's your heart. It's just like the church. If we want to spread the word, we've got to spread it outside of our 4 walls. So advocating and fighting stigma is a huge agenda and initiative that we're always on, but we're also about reaching the needs of the community around us and being good neighbors and really killing the stigma associated with those that are in recovery. We have heard all the horror stories. We know them. There's not a single family that's not affected by drug or alcohol use or abuse right now, or the overdose death. So what about the other side of things? Today, I will not participate unless we are solution focused in any more walks or any more rallies or anything like that, unless we're bringing an awareness to the community.
Right.
That awareness showing people that yes, we can, and yes, you can, if you're in recovery, regardless if you were able to put down the pipe, the straw, the needle for one day, okay, the bottle, whatever it is, that's your opportunity to move in, get involved with some of these movements that are going on and make a difference. If I could leave anybody with anything today, and I hope you don't mind,
Oh, yeah.
okay, is that number one, you do not need anything outside of yourself to make something happen for somebody else. 22 years in the making, in the works, all over the country. This little kid from Akron, the projects in Akron, Ohio, has made a communal impact that will leave a legacy for generations to come. And I'm not bragging on me because I have a GED, okay?
Yeah.
But I have a GOD that trumps everything and all of that. And with him, everything is possible. So tell your story. Tell it often. Be that shining example of what we don't always see in the media, okay? When it comes to addictions. We're tired of looking at the addiction sides. We want to show the recovery side. If a kid like me, under the extreme circumstances that I was under, was able to make it out of where I'm at, 22 years, coming up on 22 years, form an organization that has reshaped service delivery around the state, around the country, you can do it too.
Amen. I agree with you. God bless you, Denny. And I'm going around the state and I'm trying to collect some things and bring it back here to Akron because Denny is the true vision of selflessness that I follow, and hopefully we take this thing all the way to the Ohio State Legislature, get more legislation passed to where we can have more detox centers, more halfway houses, more safe houses. We can help all the kids in every community in the state of Ohio, and we can recover together and go all the way to the White House. If you guys need to get a hold of Denny Wilson, FI Community Housing, for coaching, you want to help him in any way, anything like that, just call 419-971-KICK. I'll get you in touch with my brother, Denny Wilson. Love you, man.
I love you too, Mike. Bless you.
All right. That was beautiful, man.
Yeah, this is the guy that I want to be like.
That was beautiful.
I grew up in the neighborhood.
Back.
Loud.